Hello traders, this is Kevin Loughlin. I'm a harmonic counter-trend trader, and as the name suggests, I use harmonic patterns, bots, gartleys, etc. in my trading. I also use Elliott wave principle, and I inform my decisions with aspects of classical technical analysis and Japanese candlestick patterns, and a few other things besides. So this evening I'd like to discuss a few trades, one of which is ongoing, one of which is potential, and two which I've already completed, but two I haven't got involved in. So the first one I'd like to discuss is the Euro Aussie, which is one I'm currently involved in. In fact, I've taken 50 pips profit off this one as it has hit target 1. And what I liked about this pattern and this structure is that we can see a very definite bearish impulse leg. From an Elliott wave perspective, you could interpret this possibly as a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. This final leg is a 5. And we can see that it's losing downwards momentum in that it's moving more sidewards. And this seems to be a preemptive notion that the wave possesses that it's going to correct. Now the portion that I'm interested in this is the corrective portion here. And for me, that offers opportunities to make profits from what are known as harmonic patterns. So the harmonic pattern in this case is known as a bat. My definition for the percentages, the Fibonacci percentages for harmonic patterns are quite strict. If the A-B retrace of XA is less than 61.8, as it is in this case, it's between 50 and 61.8, then I'm seeing this as a bat. And we have a very nice retrace of AB up to C of a 50. So the price reversal zone for this classically is seen as around the 886 area. And in fact, what we see is that the 886 gets taken out, and we come close to the X point. The X point is in this case, because the bear market is a major place of support. If this gets taken out too much, then the pattern is invalidated. This was quite a good trade because it did actually come down to the X point, so it left quite a good risk-reward ratio. And my initial target was up here at 1337, about there, and as I say, I've already hit that target. I had two positions on this trade. The first position is filled for about 50 pips profit. The second position now has been moved to break even. The stop's moved up to break even. So I'm not calculating the second position as profits until I see it moving back up. If it comes back down to break even, then I consider it as not having lost anything, obviously because it's break even. But having taken profits already here on the first position, I can leave this second position open, and if there is potential for moving up into a better fib 618, sorry, move up into 650 at 618 or 786, then well and good. From another perspective, if you ignore these X, A, B, C, D harmonic letters, this potentially could be an A. This could be seen as a 3-wave pattern, but it could be seen as a 5-wave pattern, so it could be a 5, and then another 3, and then potentially ending on a 5. It's a bit low to be a zigzag, so it probably looks at the moment more like a regular flat. So anyway, let's move on to another trade that I closed last week for about 40 pips profit, and it was here in the GB Swiss. Now, this was attractive to me because again we had quite a definite impulsive bull trend, and with any trend there are always going to be corrections, and this is where harmonic patterns come into their own. And the Fibonacci's again have to be quite specific. You have to have it written in your trade plan exactly what you're prepared to tolerate in terms of your parameters for the different parts of the harmonic pattern. For me, this is just beyond the 61.8, so I classified as being a 61.8 plus plus, so it wasn't quite halfway between the 618 and the 786. Retracing back down here, the BC leg down to just less than an 88.6. Now, I entered the market around here, which is close to the 786, which is a classic area for a Gartley to complete. Was hoping for it to come back down into about 14,402, 14,403 is my target one. It did manage to go down very close to within about, say, 10 or 12 pips of target one. I didn't get filled, and it rallied back up again. And then since it's come back down, again it didn't get filled, and I just took profits on shortly after this little spike in around here for about 40 pips profit. If the market's in any trend, whether it's bull trend or whether it's a bear trend, if the retrace doesn't come back down significantly quickly and significantly distance-wise past the 382, if it don't come down quickly enough, chances are it's simply a reload and the trend's going to continue. So I elected to exit this trade safe for about 40 pips profit, and thereafter it did in fact rally. Now, another trade I'm looking at the moment that potentially I think may be setting up for a nice Gartley, and this is a classic Gartley in that it can be described as a 222 Gartley, named after the page that the actual W formation appeared in H.M. Gartley's book, published in 1935, and since it has had Fibonacci's applied to it, because Gartley didn't apply Fibonacci percentages to his patterns. This one has retraced here, 209, 195, so it's probably retraced about 14 pips shy of the 786, which would be the classic area for a 222 Gartley to retrace. It almost got overbought, but not quite. For me, overbought is 80 and above. Oversold is 20 and below. And I'm waiting for it to come back up. And if I get an overbought situation here in the RSI, it goes back up in the 886. 886 is very important for all the harmonic patterns, and I've seen quite a few Gartleys become 886 Gartleys. So if this comes back up, retest it on an overbought, then definitely I will consider getting involved in this in a short position, probably around a 7226. Okay, moving on, because time is precious. We're going to look at the Canadian Swift. I didn't actually see this in time. I had it in my sights, but I was doing something else and I didn't get back to it in time to get involved in it. Here we have again a very definite bull leg, possibly a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. This is a bit short to be a 3, obviously, because 3 is never the shortest wave. But nonetheless, from a pragmatic point of view and looking at Elliott wave, it's quite definitely impulsive. And with all impulses, it's followed by a correction. From a harmonic perspective, the corrections are great places to trade. And here we have the classic 5-pointed pattern. In this case, it's a fairly classic bat pattern with a 50 retrace of XA, another 50 retrace of BA, and it comes up into the 886, which is the classic potential reversal zone, or PRZ, and it spikes it by about 2 or 3 pips, and it's sometimes quite amazing, almost unbelievable how accurate the bat can be. Also the Gartley, but particularly the bat. Scott Carney describes the bat pattern as the most accurate of the harmonic patterns. And so for this one, unfortunately I didn't get involved in it, but if I did, I'd be looking at a target from the last high there. I'll be looking at a target of potentially coming down from 176 down to 125, so probably about 50 pips profit thereabouts, given the fact I might have entered at the 886, which is just below that spike high, but potentially much more than that. Interestingly, the 618 retrace of this is actually just at the B point, and the B point is often a very important area of support. So it'll be interesting to see what that does. But potentially, I think it could come down, back down into at least this 382 retrace of DC into here, and potentially, oh, my snap is, and potentially into there. So anyway, this is basically what I trade in terms of harmonic patterns in Elliott wave, and it can be a very, very useful way of being predictive in your trading and not reactive. It involves premeditative work in terms of, first of all, identifying pattern setups, doing some simple Fibonacci's, setting some straightforward rules, sticking to your rules, obviously having tested them in advance, and basically doing what Larry Pesavento says is trade what you see. Okay, traders, I think I've run out of time. Good trading, and speak to you next time. Bye for now.